Hey guys, this is Princess Kate 1, and I have decided to add commentary to one of my videos because I have a ton to say about this and I didn't want to type it all up into the description. So, obviously I started recording this really late, mostly because you can't see it, but over here, this is only half of my screen. On the other half of the screen I had two more tunes, which were in a different VP, so I didn't want to make my computer lag any with recording, and I didn't think this was too serious because my attention was really split, so I was just picking gags. And then, during the first round of this VP, there was some talk that there were greeners on the other side, but when we finished the battle, we ran over there and all four people were there with full health, so I was like, oh, well, maybe that was just my side talking. There wasn't really greeners. So we went on to the next round with all 8 people, no one left. And I was sided with this black cat named the Meownator. So this black cat, for the first round, pulled out little marbles. Well, they're jingle bells right now. And threw them out in front of the 12. He did this very last second. We already had like a cake and a cream pie and a drop on the cog, so it wasn't that big a deal. He said it was an accident, so I believed him, like, whatever. The drop missed or something, so the cog was left standing, but the next round we just lured all the cogs in. The cog was killed by the jingle bells, so it didn't seem like that big a deal. In this same round, he picked a feather and tuned the bear up who had gotten hit by the Hollywood. So, picking a feather was kind of weird, but I do that all the time when it's my friends, so I just figured that they were friends. The next round, I forget what the bear did. I think the bear took out a cog by himself, or he was luring, and so the duck tuned up the bear. I think that's what happened. It was something like that. But it was left where they two had gags picked already, and they couldn't help me take out a cog. So I waited on the Meownator to pick a gag, and the gag he picked was a squirting flower by himself on a lured 10. If you paid any attention, my gags are terrible, and I could not do anything to kill that 10 with a squirting flower, so I just kind of passed without clicking pass and said, "Really, dude? Like, why?" And his response was, "LOL, wrong cog." Yeah, at this point, I finally realized that we were dealing with a greener. He wasn't in there to do a VP, he was just in there to green us all, which made a lot of sense why I was even invited, because no one ever invites my tune to things. I have to force it with a bigger tune. But since this time I got invited, I didn't bring a bigger tune. I regret that, but it's okay. So, the next round, the bear, who also had realized that we were dealing with a greener, chose his wedding cake, and the duck chose a pie and threw it at one of the cogs. I decided to call a cogs miss just in case the wedding cake missed, because I knew that the cat was about to use a sound to wake them all up, and sure enough he did, because you do not use sound on lured cogs. When someone uses a wedding cake, you use a lure gag. But anyway, so he woke the cogs up. The bear used his wedding cake. It hit, thankfully. I think maybe one of the cogs survived, and we went on into the next round. The cat told us that we should lure, and so the bear picked lure. The duck tuned us up, I believe, and maybe, I don't remember what the duck did. Maybe the duck attacked. But, so the Meownator waited until the very last second to choose a sound gag. I again chose a cogs miss because I was expecting this when he told us that we should lure. I just knew he was going to use a sound gag. So, cogs miss again. We do this a few rounds. There's one round where they pick sound. That was actually right where the video started. They pick sound. The cat picked a whistle, so I used a Franz to finish the cogs off. We got through only because of the bear's level 7s and my SOS cards, but we made it out. And I, of course, knew that the pie round would be fantastic. It would just be lovely, and it is, as you can see. The cat and this little mouse called Gumdrop Squeak, which is a really stupid name. He succeeded in killing off a few of his teammates. There ended up being only one from his side to survive. And the Meownator went and helped him. Thankfully, this bear survived. His name was Mr. Sammy, it looks like. And so we made it into the pie round. They let us get him down to the first level without any issue. That's always how greeners do it. At this point, my other tunes were also in a pie round, so when you see me click back and forth, I'm trying to keep all of my tunes alive because one of my other tunes also had 34 laugh points, and I was having a hard time staying full of laugh while dealing with all this. They actually finish here in just a minute, which was really sad because that VP started after this one, I believe, and finished way before. But so as you can see, the cat and the mouse are running into the VP to cause him to phantom jump sometimes, although they're not very good at that, which is hilarious when greeners aren't good at what they're doing. But they're definitely waking him up as much as they can. Sometimes they fail, but they're taking tons of hits. And something you'll see here in just a minute is some of the other tunes go and tune them up. I do start screaming at them to stop it. I am 100% against greening people at all times for any reason ever. You just don't green people. But you do let them die sometimes from their own mistakes. And these guys were causing damage to themselves. If they died, it would have been their own fault. And so I was okay with that. It's similar to how if you're in a VP or something and there's a little 40-something who's using a whistle every single round and 12s come out, you tell him to stop, you use a lure, and he whistles anyway. He goes sad. That's not greening. That's just, learning from your mistakes. And obviously I know these guys know what they're doing is wrong and they're not really making a mistake. But they definitely did need to die in order for us to finish the VP. Most people would probably die by now. I was very lucky to have gotten a tune-up a couple times because, as you could see, I do get low several times. Had I been on a bigger tune, this wouldn't have been a problem. Had I been able to focus on just Lois, it definitely wouldn't have been a problem. Usually running multiple tunes doesn't bother me at all. That's because usually I don't run into greeners. But as you can see right now, they're tuning each other up because that's why greeners work in pairs, so they can keep each other alive in the pie round. Thankfully, here in just a second, this cat dies. And you can see my other VP just ended. But he dies in just a second, and I was very, very happy. I think I screamed, "Thank the Lord." Yep, here he goes. Now, here in a few minutes, this mouse, he's still at it. He's got 113 laugh points. Yeah, he's very cocky, which is funny. I have maxed to completely toot my own horn. I have maxed sell 12 times, and I've had 4 additional Hollywoods. I know how to do the pie round. I definitely know how to survive greeners. And I could probably green better than him if I wanted to, but like I said, I am against greening. Now I am shouting at this bear to tune him up because look, he's tuning the greener up. He's keeping the greener alive. If you go tuning the greener up hoping that they'll tune you up and be nice and stop, they're not going to. You just need to let them die. Because, yeah, I mean, they're trying to kill you. If someone is robbing you or trying to kill you in real life, you don't give them a hug. You fight back or run. And since none of us wanted to run, we wanted to win, you have to fight back. So the way you fight back in a pie round is you just keep trying your best. You tune each other up and you wait until they kill themselves. As you can see, I took no offensive measures. It's just defensive, and now I'm still yelling at the bear because he is still tuning the mouse up. This goes on forever. I've sped the video up, by the way, 2 times. It's at 2 speed, 200% speed, and it goes on forever. The video itself was, let's see. The video itself lasted 32 minutes, and I have it sped up to 2 times speed. So, as you saw at the beginning, there was only a couple rounds left in the Skelecog round, and in fact, there really should have only been 1 round left. but it got dragged out too long. So the pie fight took at least 25 minutes to complete, which is ridiculous. The pie fight should take 5 minutes at the very most, especially when I'm stunning. And Hazel, this little duck, she seems really good at what she's doing too. I'm sure she has bigger tunes. She was the toughest out of all the tunes. I was impressed with her. But, this guy, he just drug it out forever, especially right here at the end, because right now at 2 speed, we're at 10 minutes, 22 seconds. And there's still 9 minutes left in the video, or 6 minutes left in the video. So, 12 more minutes from this point to get it off the edge. And that's really just, it was ridiculous. So, as you can see, there are multiple more times where he gets tuned up by the two bears, who, I don't know what they were thinking. Maybe they thought that it really was on accident, because as you see, the mouse kept saying, oops, my brother did it. Oops, my keys are sticking. I'm not greening, and it's just ridiculous. Like, I cannot believe you guys is what I said, because I couldn't believe it. So if you ever find yourself in a VP with a greener, don't give them a tune-up in the pie round. It's going to get you nothing. They don't ever change their mind. I think I've actually... Okay, I take that back. I've been in one VP one time where the guy changed his mind when he realized that it would be impossible to green me. And there were several... It was me and several of my friends. And we were all very good at the VP. And it was very hard to green us. So... But for the most part, they don't change their mind. They're going to stick it out to the end. He came in here expecting to die, most likely. And he's okay with that. So you should give him what he wants. Just don't die yourself. So he only has 23 laugh points left. Here in a minute, he will die. I'm just sticking up front like this. So I'm hanging back like this so that I could get a shot at the VP every time he's stunned, trying to get him back at least one hit. It didn't always work. I didn't go back to the back to tune them up, mostly because I wanted to stay up here and try and get him back. All three of them were in the back. I figured they could take care of each other. I do go ahead and give him a tune-up because I don't want him to die. I just want him to stop tuning up the mouse. So I give him some of a tune-up. Unfortunately, he does end up dying, but he was behind me and I didn't see his laugh. So, or didn't see his laugh in time, I guess. But yeah, Jack's over there, or Jacques, his name is actually Jacques. He's over there tuning the mouse up anyway. And it's annoying me so much. Unfortunately, he dies, and look what the mouse does. He laughs at him. I feel really bad that Jacques died, but hopefully he learned a lesson. You don't tune up a greener. It just doesn't get you anything. The mouse just... See, it broke that time. He didn't wake him up successfully, even though he ran into him. We get that a couple times, but not enough to get him over the edge. See, he didn't run into him quick enough to get him to phantom jump that time. But he is getting himself pretty low. He makes a comment that he can live forever, but I didn't see him using Unites to keep himself alive when he realized that he probably wasn't gonna successfully get us all to go sad. Well, at least not me and Hazel. I love how he missed a jump. That just made me laugh. Oh, and the bear. He did stick it out till the end, which was kind of cute. He's only got 5 laugh left, though. He can only run into him one more time, because running into him takes 6 laugh from him each time. But there he goes. He missed the jump again. Hashtag worth it. Yeah. Hopefully his tune gets banned. Nothing would make me happier. Yeah, so from here on out, obviously we got each other tuned up enough. The VP jumped a billion times. But we got each other tuned up enough and the rest went really smoothly. We won. It was a terrible SOS card, but it was kind of rewarding just to know that we won, even though Greener tried to green us. And you know, that makes me happy. I just want to say again, this isn't fun. It's not funny. Children play this game, although I've actually not found very many children lately, but children do play this game. And greening is just a form of bullying, and if you're not going to be a bully in real life, why would you be a bully on a video game? It's just stupid. Toontown is meant for teamwork and having fun, and going out to kill people is not fun. If you want to kill people, go play a different game where it's player versus player. This is not a player versus player game. This is a teamwork game. So yeah, I hope Toontown Rewritten bans these two, Gumdrop Squeak and the Meownator, because they most definitely deserve it. Yeah, so thanks for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it, and you can tell me your greener stories. Hopefully, Toontown Rewritten will ban them all, and we won't have to deal with them anymore. Bye!